Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Zolder, another Belgian track after last week's Project Cars video at Spa. This is my second competitive round in TRL, the Tasman Racing League, and we're of course all in GT3 cars once again, but I have made an alteration. I'm now driving the BMW Z4 instead of the Bentley Continental GT because that was a pile of rubbish. And for Zolder, this is probably a much more suited car, as there aren't too many really long straights. In fact, a lot of chicanes like this, very tricky corners. And this is of course qualifying. This is my best qualifying lap. Not done a lot of practice at all. In fact, I think everyone had a lot more practice time than me, as I joined very late in the session and didn't do any beforehand at all. So a bit of a disadvantage there, but nonetheless we should be able to probably at least pick up some sort of mid-pack pace, I would imagine. I'm coming towards the end of the lap. We were P2 for quite a lot of the session, but we see we've dropped down to P4 for the moment, and it does seem quite likely that will stay there given the pace advantage that some of the guys in front have. Let's come to the final complex now. Let's see what the lap time is. We already have a 33.8. Let's see if we can improve on that. Across the line, yes, another 33.8, just fractionally quicker. That grants us 4th position. Not such a bad thing there. Definitely in the top half of the grid. There's 9 people racing here in Belgium. Yep, you briefly saw the livery of my car there. It's the orange number 37. And off we go. One of the McLarens got a very good start and one got a horrible start from the front row. I'm not entirely sure which one's which, but we have maintained P4 for the moment. 3 McLarens in front, so perhaps they have a better car. I'm not entirely sure. Haven't driven the McLaren much myself, as I find it very understeery, as the car in front cuts the corner a little bit but gets a poor exit, and we're all over the curb trying to make a manoeuvre. And of course that loses us momentum. So a bit of a comedy of errors in the first couple of corners, but we seem to have slipped down the inside there and up into a podium position, making it 3 orange cars in a row on the podium. But now we head to this next chicane, very tricky. Got to be very careful of the second part. It looks like, I think that's HSV falling victim to the corner cutting penalty and falling back behind us. We're up into P2, just like Spa, a great opening lap. But, as I was saying, a very tricky corner there, and it's taken us to lap 6 to make a mistake, and that's going to allow Formula 1 Rocks through in his BMW, so we are now not the leading BMW, and by lap 8 I decide to make a pit stop, as it's mandatory to do so in these races, and I was starting to lose a little bit of time, and I wanted to choose the hard tyres for this next stint, having just run mediums. And in we come to the pits, and you gotta say, this is the world's quickest pit stop. The problem is, on this game you can never be quite sure of what the pit stops are going to give you when you come out. And this one was no turn. Look at that on the indicator, already a front left overheating, and it turns out that it was punctured. So thank you so much, pit team. You've just made me go from P3 down to P5. I had to pit the next lap, and let's see if it's fixed this time. Nope, I got a trophy for it though, but still nothing. Pit in, it says, for tyres, so clearly the game knows that there's something wrong here, and I can't, that's maximum lock, and look how slow I'm going. So in 3 laps in a row, let's see if we have a better result this time. That was a much longer pit stop, which is probably a good sign, and yes, we seem to have some form of grip, and we were able to make that turn, but we now last a lap down, and yeah, well, 4 laps later we have made a position though. Kart Dude having similar issues, but just look at the tyre heat on the indicator here as I speed up quite a few laps over this next stint. It just seems to be random tyres overheating and then going green, sometimes at the same time in a weird pattern as well. So that was interesting, and then we ended up pitting with a couple of laps to go, so I just couldn't keep the tyres going. And this is even worse. Yep, I was trying to turn there, and look at that. 2 front tyres that are punctured. Excellent. You can see the sparks coming out from my car. Can't really see the puncture for some reason, so I'm just relegated to letting people through safely. Murph making a meal of the chicane there. And trying to pit to fix the car once again, and look at this maximum lock. Excellent. Excellent. Perfect handling. It's on point right now. I'm actually quite lucky that can't do disconnected, otherwise I would have been 7th. Instead I'm 6th, and I'm letting people through even though I think they've actually finished the race. No, they wouldn't have yet. But look, this is maximum turn. This is as fast as I can go. Now they've finished the race, so I have to try and complete this lap in 300 seconds. May not be possible. I can't even keep up with the cars that have finished the race and are just heading around to the pit lane, as you see there. And no, can't make that turn. So this glitch is it's just appalling. I needed to make, I think it was 5 pit stops, when it could have been just maybe 1 or 2, and really cost me P3. I feel I could have been P3 in this race. But congratulations to the eventual winners: Formula 1 Rocks, Murph in 2nd, and V8 Man in 3rd. Of course, congratulations to the people who finished the race as well, because that's no mean feat on this, well, interesting game, we'll call it. It's not the worst, F1's still out there. Anyway, race 2 is a random grid, and lo and behold, last. Excellent. But we still get a pretty good start and overtake Bradster immediately, heading down to turn 1. We might be heading... Oh! We've just avoided contact there with one of the Audis. It would have been a tragedy there if we had hit him. There was a slow McLaren there. We've had a hit there. 2 cars off. And oh! HSV almost wiping us out there. Thankfully, a bit of lag may have actually saved us there, as he seemed to have been hit slightly out of our way. We're up into P4, slightly fortuitously, mounting that curb once again. And yes, seems to be very secure P4. But this time, I actually make a mistake for the first time in this round. And I was actually trying to go to the inside to let HS through there, but the game slowed you down so much that I couldn't get out of his way, so I apologise for that. And now I'm relegated back to P6. So now we're after the race 1 winner, Formula 1 Rocks. We're going to try and make a move here on the fellow BMW driver in the slipstream, and oh my god, race over, GG. I've been Jacko, thanks for sitting through this mess.